I'm really hopeful that you've been taking full advantage of the opportunity to allow the Scriptures to saturate your thinking and your very soul. The nature of our community as a spiritual community gives us the privilege of being able to be transformed internally. And as you know, we've been focusing on the university passage this year in Deuteronomy and Mark 12. And each month we have the privilege of talking to someone from a different perspective in our university about that passage. And today it's a joy to have Victor Santa Cruz. Good to have you here, Coach.
Kevin, thanks.
And I'm glad that we get a chance to talk to him about this university passage as it relates, or as you see it through the lens of athletics particularly, and your experience both as a student and now as a head coach. Talk to us a little bit about what lens or what perspective you may have on this as you think about the passage, or as you think about the passage informing your work as the football coach here.
Well, I am a football coach, so everything has to have some purpose. Everything has to have some strategy to it. Everything has to have some intent. And when the passage of love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength comes to mind, it really comes back to me, well, what's the original intent? It draws me back to even John 1:1. It says, in the beginning, and understanding the foundation of creation. And as we walk out and all this energy we have today and all these demands we have today, all this strength that's ready to be poured out, all of our mind ready to be drawn upon, our heart being called in so many directions. Well, it's like a football play to me in that, you know, we need 11 people going one way. And so God says all these areas of your life that mean so much and create the wonder of you, they were all created by me. And let's start there. Let's understand who we are first, and we are created. And so I'm really drawn back to creation and understand that, you know, this life I live, this university, we're trying to call out the best in humanity. And so that's
so when you say that you look at this almost like a team approach, as a team play, are you talking about the different dimensions of who we are, heart, soul, mind, and strength, all working together as the 11 team members?
I am, because that makes the wonder of us, you know, the heart, soul, mind, and strength. It really is the uniqueness of human beings. And so all those can be working in unison with God, you know, and hey, this is, am I pouring it out for God? And because otherwise it's almost fruitless. You know, you could be pouring it out for a lot of things, but if it's not ultimately eternal worthy, it can really rip us off. It can wear us out. And every day has got little mundane things to do. But if we can understand what's the purpose of getting up every day, you know, and living out in that creation, in that fellowship with God.
Yeah. So you use the team analogy in understanding the passage. Is there a reverse to that in taking the analogy of the passage and applying it even in your work as a coach? I mean, is there a way in which loving God becomes a compelling motivation to football players?
Absolutely. And when you reverse it, it's how we coach. It's also with the players understanding the life perspective from football. When you apply that to win a football game, to even have, we'll say, to one play, everybody's got to be all in. And the passage calls upon an all-in perspective, an all-in heart, an all-in attitude of, let's not just give God a portion of our life. Let's let everything about our life be given to God. And so that's, as we talk to players, and I apply it in my work, we tell them that the best life that they want is that all-in life. The best relationships are going to have those all-in relationships. But it all starts with having the best relationship, and that starts with God. And we apply that practically on a football field when everybody is all in, and they're giving their everything to that one play, all their focus to that one play. You see success come out of it. In the same way that life they want, that fruitful life they want, starts first and foremost with understanding who you are and created in God, and being all in with Him.
A lot of times we use athletic examples in other disciplines of the life, whether it's in nursing or whatever, but I mean, I can certainly see this all-inness, giving all of who you are to what God has called you to do. That's basically what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And that's, when I'm back to athletics, is the great teams, the historic teams, are the ones that they found a way to be all in. The average teams that nobody ever remembers, well, that's what it was. It was an average effort every day, and it was average living every day. Well, God's calling this in this passage, to me, it speaks of just excellence and just giving of it all. To also be mindfulness about each moment, and now you're walking in fellowship with God instead of being so future focused. It's like, man, there's so much can be happening right now in this one moment. And so in your heart, your soul, your mind, your body, we're living right now. This is it. This is life right now. Be mindful of all that, and you'll grab the most that God has for you, and you'll give the most, and you'll make the biggest impact as you continue to walk from that beginning point focus of we're created by God, and now this gift I have of life, let's start by giving it back to Him in an all-in mindset.
When you see both yourself in the athletic area as well as this passage from a macro perspective as it relates to the university, you know, we have a mission.
Right.
How does this help us to move the ball down the field as a mission in the university?
Well, every year is going to be different, and like every season is different. And our university, as the times change, I think it gives our university the fundamental grounding to say, while the times may be changing, we understand our Creator is the same. And as we continue to give all in on our daily work, our students will benefit from that, and our students will begin to make sense of what's going on in their world. There's so many amazing students on this campus, so many gifted students on this campus, but our full potential is going to begin when we can understand who we are created and how our disciplines can now go out into the world with that focus and really have an exponential impact that's beyond ourselves, and with that all-in approach.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's really what APU is about, isn't
Right.
it? It's the diversity of who we are,
Yeah.
whatever field we are in,
Right.
giving all that we are,
Yes.
not just for winning the game or achieving the classroom, but for the mission of God.
Absolutely. In order for us to experience, I think, the best here, the kingdom come, we need everybody all in with their giftings. And back to the team perspective, I got to give my absolute very best as a head coach, but I need my assistant coaches, and I need the players, and everybody has a gifting, and they bring something to the table that as we give it all, man, it's an amazing feast. And for us to say, man, I am created by God, and I'm grateful for that. Now, if I give my all, my heart, soul, mind, and body, and I lend it to Him first, man, just watch what He does. Watch what He does with your gifts. And we bring it to the table, and particularly the table here at Azusa Pacific, where you can grow into just an amazing woman, man of God that can be someone of purpose. Man, watch the difference makers that come out of here.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Victor, so much
Yeah.
for the analogies, for the insights, for the encouragement. Really, that's the passion that we have at APU, that we be a Christian community of disciples and scholars advancing the work of God in the world. And that all-in reference, I think, is just exactly the kind of call that resonates with what we are called to be.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for your
Thank
time.
you very much.
God bless you. I hope you'll take time to read some of the material that's made available to you. And please feel free to use this and previous videos and interviews, both for your personal devotions as well as departmental meetings or in your classroom or with friends. God bless you richly.